Hey everybody, I just finished another book in the House of Shivers series. This is number 2, Goblin Monday. Um, I was very curious going into this book because I've heard a lot of people didn't really like it, and I'm not on that boat. I actually like this book quite a bit, and I was very curious up until the end to see why people didn't really love it, and I can see why. The ending is very hit or miss, but we'll get into that in a minute. The story follows Mario. He's never seen snow, and he's gonna go stay with some friends somewhere. I can't remember. I think it's like is it Philadelphia or something with some of his friends, a whole family. It's like a mom and dad and two kids. But yeah, he's gonna go stay with them. He's gonna get to see snow for the first time. He has this leaf blower that he wants to bring with him, and they all think he's weird. It's very strange. But yeah, they get to the place, and he's quickly introduced to two characters, Mom and Tweety, which is the grandpa and grandma. Mom is this lady that likes to knit, and before they eat, she likes to sing this weird little song. It's very strange. Tweety is a very strange man indeed. He likes going bird watching, and he gets his nickname from like tweeting at birds and getting them to come to him and different things like that. I think they're at breakfast one day or lunch or something, and he our main character Mario sees this rabbit outside, so he wants to go take a picture. He takes off, goes to get the camera, comes back, and the rabbit is like torn to shreds outside, and it's not eaten; it's just torn up. He's wondering like what would kill something and just not eat it. So he asks Tweety, and Tweety says it was probably a goblin. He says he sees them all the time, and this kind of goes into him talking. We learned that Tweety is an author. He likes to write these weird sci-fi books and things about goblins and imps and fairies, but he claims that everything is real that he writes about. Yeah, he tells this really frightening story about this imp that gets into his washing machine, and yeah, it's pretty scary. There's also a dream sequence I want to mention that's pretty frightening, where he's like laying in bed and this I think it's an imp. It comes up to him, and yeah, really awesome dream sequence. Pretty cool stuff. Um, of course, Mario doesn't believe any of this until he's outside and he's actually attacked by a goblin. It runs after him and jumps on him and different things like that. He grabs his camera to go take a picture of him, but the thing grabs the camera, smashes it on a rock, and just leaves. So yeah, the other two characters try to take Mario's mind off of things by letting him kind of explore the house, and he goes upstairs and finds this room, his mom's knitting room, and he finds a bunch of clothes that are like knitted with a hole in the back of every one of them. And he says that they're for tails. That's what it looks like, and they're very small and different things like that. Um, he finds a photo album. Oh, before that, he finds this other room that isn't that the kids tell him not to go into. You're not allowed to go in there. He goes in there anyway. He discovers something that's absolutely insane, and I don't even want to spoil that. I want you guys to read it for yourselves. But yeah, so yeah, he finds this photo album filled with like these little goblin creatures at like cookouts and different things like that. And he confronts Tweety about it, like, "Hey, what is this?" And he says it's just Photoshop photos for the book that he was writing, and these people his fans wanted to draw him a picture or make a picture for him. So yeah, very awesome stuff. But yeah, I think it's like the next day he starts following Tweety outside, and he sees Tweety call a bird to him, and he eats it. Yeah, he like picks the bird up, eats it. Crazy. So he goes to tell his other two friends again, "Hey, something's going on. Come spy with me in the morning." They go to spy. He does it again, but the kids aren't even paying attention. They're looking at like turkeys. So yeah, yeah, and that's basically it for Goblin Monday without giving too much away. This book had really good imagery, pretty decent pacing. There were some scenes where it kind of got a little slow, but overall it was very engaging, really engaging. Um, Now we'll talk about the. I'm not going to talk about the ending without spoiling anything. The ending has a crazy twist that's just kind of out of the blue, and I thought about it for a while. Like, did I like it? Did I dislike it? I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, I don't think, but mostly because it's actually hinted out at the very beginning of the book, and yeah, it's insane, it's ridiculous, but it is kind of foreshadowed, and it's it's there. Like it isn't just like, I mean, it is random, but it isn't like, oh, that didn't make any sense because it's there. The only thing that I didn't really like about that was the ending was kind of rough, but not terrible, in my opinion. The only thing that I really didn't love was the fact that how he learns about the goblins. I had a hint at what I thought was going on, and I was right about that. And if you know R.L. Stein, you know certain endings happen, and you know kind of what I'm talking about. If you just say, "Hey, I wonder if something is something," and you're probably right. I'm not gonna give too much away, but yeah, it's there's a book in the Most Wanted series called Here Comes the Shaggity, and it has the same problem. I remember that from years ago. Um, I do plan on reviewing that too, but yeah. As for Goosebumps House of Shivers, though, I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really good. The ending was a little out of left field, but not completely. It's something. Oh, I should also mention that they get these pendants that Tweety gives them as soon as they come into the door that says it protects them from any goblins and stuff like that, you know. So I don't know if he mentions goblins at the beginning, but yeah. As far as Goblin Monday, like why is it called Goblin Monday? There's one chapter in there called Goblin Monday, and it just happens to take place on a Monday. Other than that, you know, could have had any different name. Attack of the Goblins, whatever. But yeah, House of Shivers, Goblin Monday. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I think this was better than the scariest book ever, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, that's it for me. I can't wait to read the Mummy one. I'm gonna try to fit that in maybe next month or maybe this month. I don't know yet. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.